Terry.
Hiya, Faye, you all right?
Yeah, good.
Hi, Terry. Ramona here.
Hi, Ramona, how
Well,
are you?
very well. Welcome to the Uncut. Thank you for being here.
Absolute pleasure. Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous actually because it's the first time I've done anything like this before. So I'm normally confident in front of loads of people could be in front of me, and
Absolutely. But this is great. This is great for your, personal development, Terry.
Well, do you know what? When the offer came up, Faye, I was really nervous. And I was thinking, oh, do something like this, but I thought, yeah, no, look, you know me, Faye. I'm much like yourself. I like to put myself out there a bit, try new experiences. So yeah, I thought I'd give it a go.
Good.
So Faye told me you guys have worked together and you guys have done some incredible things at school, at her previous school. Tell us a bit more about you and your work.
Yeah, sure. So, well, my name's Terry, 45, and I've, for the last 16 years, I've been working in education, particularly in specialist education. Recently, I was a deputy head at an SEMH provision, and that's where I got to meet the fabulous Faye. And we worked together for 4 years. And yeah, I suppose we made it good to pass on some fantastic experiences to those young people. But it was particularly great working with Faye. She's been working there for about, is it 30 years, isn't it, Faye?
Something 28, like that? Yes, 28 years, yeah.
20. She's like, proudly 28. Come on, Terry, get to my number.
28, yeah.
I just cannot believe that someone can last that long in such a challenging environment for
Absolutely.
such a long. And the knowledge that Faye was able to kind of share with me and pass on to me has been invaluable in my career as well.
What do you specifically do at the school right now? Since like Faye's gone, like what do you focus on?
Yeah, so I'm actually not working at the school anymore. Right? I'm working on a slightly different project, but still within education. So so I work on a project that's now helping young people with disabilities get into employment. So I'm kind of coming at the other end now. So it's a bit of change of pace, but it's
so explain us. So people with disability, you're helping them get employed.
Yeah, exactly that. So for the last 16 years, I've kind of come at it from the position of helping those young people to get them ready and prepared for life beyond education. And now I'm kind of coming from the business end, if you like, so actually getting them ready to move from education into employment, because the figures out there for people with disabilities really low. It's only 5.2% people with disabilities get into full-time employment, which is really upsetting when you've given so much of your career and so much of your energy to try to get these young people on the right path, and then those opportunities haven't presented themselves necessarily. So if I can have any influence over that, then I'll absolutely do my best to create more opportunities for them.
And one of the things that Terry was good at when we worked together was enterprising. So you've kind of gone that way now, Terry, which is brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as you know, Faye, for those young people, actually putting themselves out there with the anxieties and the experiences that they had was a real challenge for them. So I suppose a big part of the work that we used to do was to really motivate them to feel that they could be successful, create some opportunities for them. So the enterprise that we would do in the school, whether that's typical Christmas fair or something like that, or creating things for local shops and businesses, it was a big part of the direction that I saw those young people could be really successful with, build up that confidence so that by the time they kind of left us, they were in a good position moving forwards and had that confidence to enter the world of work. So
how does that journey look like? So if you have someone who's a bit, who is challenging and wants you to go into an accounting firm, for example, or wants to be in a tech company, how do you kind of pave that way for them?
Yeah, as things currently stand, it's quite difficult for them, actually. What we normally find is most schools are very, very good developing their social skills and their emotional skills. That's the first starting point, really. And when young people come into the school early doors, they weren't even ready for education, let alone anything beyond, because they didn't have the kind of social resilience and emotional intelligence to be able to kind of take things forward comfortably. So the first part really is building all of those social emotional skills into that young person, gradually building their confidence, their self-esteem, and their belief in themselves to be able to feel that they could be successful. And that was a big part of what we aim to achieve. You can do that a number of different ways, but mainly by providing as many positive experiences as you could, really.
Yeah. And I was saying to Ramona earlier, Terry, before you came on, is that my tool was basketball.
Yeah.
Well, as you always said, Faye, someone has an ability in something. They all do. And what we were always trying to do was unpick where their motivations lie. Yeah. Once you could find that thing, and it might just be one thing that they were good at.
Absolutely.
Wasn't it? Because your passion for the sport kind of played into their passion as well. And when you saw boys, if we took basketball as the example, when they saw that they could be successful in that, suddenly the door was open for them in terms of their own mindset, and they suddenly started believing, and that manifested itself in success in other areas of their school life as well.
Absolutely.
We've got that little hook, something they can have an interest in, and then people that can surround them with that love and that support.
Terry and I sing from the same hymn sheet. Ramona would think, actually, these two have had a conversation just now. It's not. No. It's just that is what we sincerely believe. And Terry, I was just saying to Ramona, the educational system at the moment, I think they could do much more with mental health in schools.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, even if you look at mainstream schools now, and you hear of so many sad cases of young people really, really struggling for various reasons, I presume, whether that's challenges just within their own social dynamics, or just the challenges of modern life now. You know, the expectations that are them from such a young age. Absolutely. I mean, I know a lot of schools now invest in kind of mental health first aiders in schools to try to support these young people as best they can. Because if we don't get that right, we're going to have a generation of anxious, unfulfilled young people that won't feel that they can go on and be successful in life. And we all know that's not true. But without the right support. You know, that's a real challenge.
And our last guest, we had a guest on prior to you. She worked in cyber intervention, and she's just brought out this software, which is a software that intervenes in anybody, whether it's children, adults, trying to commit suicide.
Wow.
I mean, we can promote. I mean, we can name the. It's Ripple Suicide Prevention, and it's a lovely lady called Alice, and she really supports people who kind of had that tough time, you know, and they don't know where to go or have no one to speak to. And you know, you kind of turn to the internet a lot because everybody has an iPhone, everyone has an Android, and you kind of Google everything these days, you know. And people who have going through obviously a depression or a certain situation kind of turn to Google or turn to the Chrome and kind of, you know, write things like, how can I end my life, or how can I, you know, and this is where she comes in, and her software itself helps and supports people who search these type of keywords and terms and kind of diverts them to a supporting local authority, and that automatically they can get their mind out of how I can do this to how can I fix the way I'm thinking right now with the local companies who are around me to help me for free. So she has this beautiful platform, and I think again that's what Faye is saying, that there needs to be increased awareness, and you know that what you do also is so important. It all kind of is involved with each other in a sense, and there needs to be more awareness on all of this.
Absolutely, and I mean, it's really encouraging to hear that there are people in the background working on these sorts of things, because as we know, early intervention with these types of things is absolutely vital. And when you kind of look now at how difficult it can be for young people that are suffering and don't really know where to turn to, or the support service so busy that they can't get that early support, and then it just manifests. So it's it's really encouraging to hear, and actually also using technology that young people use daily, and can get access to things like that very quickly is incredibly helpful, I think. So
and it's a unique piece of software as well, Terry. So nobody else has invented this software. She's the first person to have done it.
Yeah, that's fascinating. I mean, I'd love to find out more about it.
Well, you will.
We'll connect you.
Yeah, absolutely. All you've got to do when you come off here is Google Ripple suicidal prevention. Yeah.
Well, I mean, luckily in my job now, I've got a lot of access to schools and head teachers and big decision makers. So if there's any way that I can help to promote that, then I absolutely
will. We'll be having a meeting, you and I, in the next week or so. So I'm going to be an ambassador for her company.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah.
Well, I'd love to hear all the feedback about it, Faye. I mean, that sounds really interesting, really great stuff.
So, Terry, what's your next steps? So, tell me about you. So, you're now, started this new venture. How long are you doing this now, actually?
Yeah, so this particular project lasts at the moment for a couple of years. I'd like to last a little bit longer than that if I can, as long as the funding's all in place, because we've actually got some really interesting innovations that we're looking to create that will bring business and education much closer together. A piece of my own software that we're looking to develop, actually, but I can't talk too openly about it at the moment because we're still in the early stages of it all, and we're funding. But I can tell you the name will be, I think, The Bridge.
The Bridge, I like it.
The B for business at the start of the bridge and the E for education at the end of the bridge. So bringing those two ventures together. So that's the next big project for us, and hopefully that can make a real impact in getting more young people into employment.
How can we support you with that right now? So if it's under development, are you looking for more funding? Do you have a GoFund page? Is there anything we could do to support you to kind of push and get this software running?
Yeah, at this stage, not so much. It's still in the developmental stage at the moment. I think as things start to evolve, though, it would be really, really helpful just to get the word out about using a platform like this that can start to bring education and business that bit closer together. There's the challenges in and around it don't really come from the pupil end of things, the learner's end. It's actually the business. Some of the challenges that businesses are nervous about dealing with people with additional needs. So I think getting the word out in and around that and the training out to these businesses is going to be the critical thing. So if you've got any really good ambassadors, much like Faye, then you're going to be a busy lady, Faye, if I get you on board as well.
Absolutely. Well, I've got all this free time. I keep saying to people, I'm going to be snapped up soon. I know. Well, I've got loads of people that have offered me different things. So, yeah. And you know me, I am all about giving back, Terry, as well. So, yeah.
Well, you've done many years of that, Faye. So that's when you moved to the Traitors, that was something for yourself. Yeah. And I was really proud of you for that because
Terry was the number one fan.
I was the number. Yeah, it was crazy because she just went missing. But of course, she had to keep her cards really close to her chest, which she did incredibly well because none of us in school had a single clue about what she was doing. We knew that there was a project of some kind that she was getting involved in, which isn't unusual for Faye because she's got lots of pies and lots of different kind of exciting opportunities that she likes to explore. But so, I mean, from school end, we didn't have a clue at all. We just knew that she was going to be away for, was it 3 months, Faye? Something like that?
3 weeks, yeah, 3.
Oh, 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah, 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
No, sorry, not 3 weeks.
In our school, that seems like 3 months if someone's just off.
Really, yeah, I could imagine.
Absolutely. So off you trotted to what we found out was Scotland to take part in the Traitor Show. And of course, as started to come to light and she suddenly appeared on TV, social media connected all was lighting up because parents are going, hang on a second, that's Faye on TV. So it was an exciting time, and she did really well because she didn't tell us what was going to be happening in the show at all. So we had no idea. Week to week, I was quizzing her incessantly on kind of what was going to happen next and how it was all going to play out. But I mean, it was a fantastic show, I have to say. I absolutely loved it. It's like a psychologist's Christmas watching a show like that. So
absolutely.
I kind of love that psychology of
and
it.
And it brought the boys together as well, didn't it, Terry?
Absolutely. Well, they were, but much work went on for that for the period of time the show was on, because they were absolutely fascinating. I mean, I don't think they couldn't quite understand it. It was a bit abstract for them to kind of see you there 1 minute and then on TV the next.
Sitting on the basketball court and suddenly on TV in a rope.
Yeah, they couldn't. Honestly, they just couldn't work it out. Some of the little ones kept saying to me, "Well, aren't you tired? You were on TV last night." Because they were watching it in the residential. I said, "No, I'm not tired, darling." I said, "That's a recording." But, you know, you wanted to keep it as real as possible for them. So you didn't want any spoilers. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. Your status in the school, which was probably already number one, was elevating day after day after day, wasn't it? And I think at one, I think it was a parents' evening. You were the celebrity at the parents' evening with parents coming up asking for pictures.
Really? You didn't talk about this, Faye.
The thing is, I was just Faye still, wasn't I, Terry? I never changed, did I?
Yeah, no, not at all. And in actual fact, I mean, even on the show, you kept that kind of level of integrity in terms of your personality and character, which was great to see as well. I'm not sure the same might be able to be said of some of the characters on there, but that's probably because of the roles that they had to play within the game. So, yeah, no, it was great. It was great TV, I must admit.
And it was lovely for the boys because they got to meet some of the traitors as well, didn't they? They got to meet Amos, Matty, Will. You know, they all came to the school, so it was just great.
Yeah, which was, again, just a huge high point for some of those young men. So it was, great that they could have that opportunity to meet all these celebrities. So yeah, no, fantastic, really great experience. Yeah.
Look at you, Faye.
Well,
from Coach Carter to a reality star.
I know. Well, staff were just as motivated as the boys playing sports. Sports is a huge factor. Football, basketball, it was a huge thing for me. And I'd always be an advocate to sports in schools, Terry. And, I'd be prepared to put money in sports, in schools for sports. I would. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we saw the transition and the change in some of the boys, not just with the basketball, but with football, the gym work, the boxing, all the different opportunities that were on show for them. And the impact that has on your mental health, as we all know, is absolutely huge as well. So, it can't be underestimated. And that's why sometimes when you look at education and you see the dominance of maths and English,
don't go there, please. I hate it.
Things, they're hugely important things. We all know that.
Yeah.
But I doesn't underplay some of the more creative subjects, not just the sport, but the DT, art, drama, all of these things that allow that sense of self-expression that some other subjects don't necessarily promote quite as much as those creative elements. Yeah.
I think for all of us, I think every person is kind of different. Even for me, I mean, when I feel stressed or have anxiety or feel like, not me, I think I need to go and do something creative or draw something. And or do some sort of sports that I enjoy. One being swimming. I love it. When I'm underwater, I feel like I'm rejuvenated. And I feel like that's what sports and that's why a lot of people go to the gym. You know, you see people who have put that into their lifestyle routine, this is my time to meditate and yoga. It's like yoga for some people.
Definitely.
So, actually every school should do more than just, PE. Because back in my days, 15 years ago, I would have loved to have a teacher like you, Faye, who really, pushes me to, because we go through all these little mini dramas, but some of these mini dramas are big things that can create bigger things when we're older, when it's not released, during a younger age in school. So both of you've done incredible work together. And with you, Terry, I don't know what's next. The bridge is next. And what's after the bridge?
The bridge is next in terms of, in terms of my private life, because I am known as the fad man. And
The what man? The what man?
man.
Fad.
So yeah, I get into things for about 3 months, and then I move on to the next thing, then the next thing, then the next thing. So Faye, you won't even know. Recently, I've taken up karate with my 2 kids. Yeah. So
Lovely.
I went along to my 2, they're 6 and 8 years old. They're both enjoying it, and I was kind of sat on the sidelines watching. I thought, you know what, I fancy giving this a go. So,
oh my god! Let me guess, are you a black belt?
Absolutely. The only the label is no. I'm a red belt. I'm right at the beginning of my.
Okay. A red belt is not the beginning, isn't it? Isn't it white?
Well, white belt. I've just moved up 1 belt, so
you just moved up. Perry's going up.
It's not that impressive. My 6-year-old is a yellow belt. So.
And what about your wife?
God.
What does your wife say? Is she happy with you doing this?
His wife is a black belt.
I don't do karate with the kids. She can sit down with a bottle of wine, enjoying some TV or something. So,
is there anything that you want to leave the viewers with, or discuss any more topics that are very important to you, or to your heart, or to your project development for the future?
Probably not at this stage, because it's so early on.
Yeah.
And I've not really given that much time to think about that, if I'm honest. But yeah.
Oh, I'd just like to say I'm really pleased that Terry came on the show, because honestly, Terry, you've got a lot to offer, and I'm not just saying it on camera. I really believe that Terry could be, doing more. We've always had ideas of little things that we'd like to get involved with, little inventions, and especially ideas educationally as well, to improve education. Terry and I have always said that if there could be a system that you could put all together, and that people could just look at it, and kids could follow a system that worked for them personally, so you'd be a millionaire if you could work it out.
Longer conversation for another time, though. Yeah.
I mean, anything in the business world, if you ever need any advice or support, I'm here. I've been doing this since I'm 21. I'm 34 now. I've built multiple businesses in every sector, from tech to entertainment to hospitality. So, any support I can give you or advice, I have a huge team. I think you're building the bridge. If you ever need anything, I mean, I'm here to help as well.
That's really kind of you to offer that. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah. And it was really lovely meeting you, Ramona.
It was lovely meeting you, Terry. Thank you so much for coming on. I wish you luck with the bridge. I love the name. I really do. Yeah, connect me to the bridge. Yeah, and you're just like a lovely personality to have on the show. I wish you all the luck. We are here to give you the full support. Whatever you want to post on the Uncut, if you want us to share anything with the viewers, let me know and we'll make sure to do that.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
And hopefully, Terry, we can have you on later in the year when there's more development.
Yeah, that'd be great, actually. Yeah, even if it was just for a quick 5 minutes to do a plug.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, that'd be amazing. Tell us when you're ready, with the updates, and that we can kind of spread the word. Then we'll bring you back on.
That'd be great. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Lovely.
Thank you,
Terry.
Thank you.
Cheers,
Yeah.
mate.
Take care.
Bye.